Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I am Liz Quinn, your star Scentsy consultant. So today what I have for you is a review of the Father's Day collection, plus kind of a mini what I've been warming, because I have a pretty busy weekend coming up. I know I'll have family over, and I wanted to get in the Father's Day bars and some thoughts on some other wax too. So let's just jump in first with the Father's Day, then I'll tell you, even though I did a separate review on the Destinations wax all by itself, how I was melting different things in the house in combination, and then a few things that are not Scentsy. So first off, when it comes to Father's Day, if you do not have a Scentsy Club, you would have to order these 3 bars in a little bundle, I think for $24 or $25 with a mod warmer, but man, are these good, you guys. I also have the Scent of the Month for June to review here. These are beautiful. I love vanilla. I love warm, nutty scents. I love things that are sophisticated and homey. And all 3 of these Father's Day bars are things that have been released in the past, and they brought them together specifically vanilla inspired, I guess, with a masculine twist. So let's start off with Vanilla Bourbon, which at one point was truly a Father's Day bar. I don't remember what other ones were released with this, but it was around 4 or 5 seasons ago for Father's Day. I put it in my club for a long time, then I think it ended up in the catalog for a little bit, or it was in some other LTO. It is such a good bar, you guys. Oh, and this bar threw very, very well. The first, I'd say, year or so that I had Vanilla Bourbon in my stash from that original Father's Day, and I'd put it in my club, it wasn't the best performer. And I'm not saying this is like a 10 out of 10, but it's a good 7. It's rich, it's creamy, it's got the beautiful nutmeg with the vanilla and then the bourbon and almost a little bit of an oakiness, but kind of a creaminess too. You guys have got to try this bar. It is fantastic. It's really good in the fall. I love this with maple apple bourbon. I know a lot of you are maple apple bourbon haters, but I love it with this one. This is very good with regular vanilla scents. It's good with something like a vanilla suede, which if I was going to make any other additions to this, I think it would have been really cool if they would have done a 5-bar Father's Day bundle and added vanilla suede and then some other vanilla or masculine-y leather and vanilla combination. Oh, maybe, well, they just had Saddle Up a couple years ago, but things like that. I think vanilla suede was a missed opportunity in this collection. I don't have it in my club anymore, but I'm rambling. Anyway, Vanilla Bourbon, absolutely fantastic. Love it. You need to club it. It is just gorgeous. Now, the other one that's in Father's Day that I didn't have any real familiarity with was called Vanilla Oak. And personally, I enjoyed this, but as I just kind of mentioned off the top of my head, I wish this was Vanilla Suede, which I feel is so similar, but has a little bit more depth and personality. So this one, when you first put it into the warmer, it's kind of a flat 1990s old school home fragrance scent, if I'm going to be honest. It's nice. It has the warmth of sort of an acorn oak note that goes with the vanilla. But I left it in overnight. I put it in an afternoon, I think, after I changed some warmers out one day last week. And then the next morning when I got up, I got a ton more of the vanilla. So this is a scent that's good for the long haul. I feel as though it gets more complex as the kind of heavy, almost muddy, nutty oak note softens and more of that sweet vanilla comes out, and it's good. So if you like old school and you want something that's long lasting and you really loved vanilla suede but maybe you don't have any in your collection, I would recommend this one. It's nice. And then, of course, the king of all of the vanillas, Vanilla Oud, which everybody is so excited to have back. Now, this bar is brand new. I don't know if the fact that the ones that have been in my club for forever and forever have probably been sitting and curing for ages. Those have more of a cold, leather, suede, and wood note to me. And the vanilla was there, but it's not pronounced. This new bar is very full of sweet vanilla. So it still has all of that Vanilla Oud personality, but I just don't find it to be as sharp, and I'm so used to that this kind of caught me off guard. So it's just a little bit of a tweak in the formula possibly, or just brand new bars where the vanilla hasn't gone to the background as the other scents have emerged because they've been sitting there and on shelves for years and years in Scentsy's warehouse waiting to ship to the 6 of us that have Vanilla Oud in our club. I don't know. Anyway, these are amazing. They're all wonderful. I'm going to club the 2. I've had vanilla oud in for years, putting vanilla bourbon back. I don't think I'm personally going to club vanilla oak, but I may get a couple more. So the next thing that I have here that is brand new is going to be the lemon, sugar, and sage, and I just did a review for Scent and Warmer of the Month for June. You guys, that warmer, that cute Lemonly Yours warmer, I don't know if it will sell out. Typically, our Scent of the Month warmers, Scent and Warmer of the Month kit warmers don't sell out anymore because Scentsy produces enough of them. But I've had a lot of people give me positive feedback on social media, and that doesn't typically happen with Warmer of the Month. So if you want one, I'd get on June 1st, honestly, and get it. So, lemon, sugar, and sage. Here we go. This is the scent that goes with that. Oh, this is so pretty, you guys. I really like this. It's soft. The sage is not pronounced. It's lemon sugar without it being biting. It's definitely not as strong or in your face as, say, Squeeze the Day. And I really enjoyed this, even in a bedroom. So it's like medium. I wouldn't say that it's too light, but it did surprise me because lemon scents are usually full of pucker and they throw really well. That this threw well enough, but it's pretty chill. It's very mellow. And that leads me into what I was warming with it. So I'm not going to belabor reviews on the Destinations wax because I did those separately, but I did all 3 of these in different warmers all throughout the house for one of the days where I was melting to then review for the Destinations wax. Sorrento Breeze, which is more of a cucumber and daisy and a little bit of sort of a, it's got bamboo in it. It's almost sort of like a cologne note, really, to me. This is nice. And it went very well with the lemon, sugar, and sage. And then even better, the Wild Seaside, which is really pretty. I ranked this at the bottom, not because I dislike it, but just because, like, it's just another warm, sweet, middle-of-the-road, fresh, clean Scentsy bar. But this was very good with the lemon, sugar, and sage. Probably even better than the Sorrento Breeze. So these 2 paired very well. You can get all of those on June 1st. Then the next day, or the day before, actually I think it was the day before, I knocked out the other 3 that were from the Destinations Wax collection, all in the same space. So the Sunset Cocktail I put in the front room with my seashell warmer and my bubble blue. I love both of those. Those are new ones from the catalog, and I just cannot say enough, especially about the seashell warmer. It's gorgeous. It truly looks like a shell unless you go right up to it. You don't know it melts wax. Oh, so anyway, so the Sunset Cocktail, really pretty, creamy mango drink scent. It had a pretty good throw. In the back room here where I'm sitting, I've got quite a few warmers. And the Santorini Blossoms, oh my gosh, you guys. This is my favorite of the whole collection. It is so good. It's sweet. It's got amber. It's got coconut. It's got tiare flower and palm, I think. This is head and shoulders above the rest of them for me. It's unique. It's elegant. It's a Mediterranean. It's fabulous. Sort of tropical, but in a European sense. Very nice. And then the last one that was in that collection, I'm going to try this other bar in my bedroom. This is the Sun Drenched Cotton, and I was just surprised that it didn't throw super well for me. Kind of hung around the warmer. Beautiful scent with just that hint of cottony lineniness. It smells like you're outdoors in a gorgeous light linen dress or outfit with a big straw sun hat and glasses for the summertime. Kind of reminds me of my grandmother because there is a scent that's sort of a subtle linen that I associate with older ladies that are stylish. I'm not quite sure why. It might be from perfumes that they used to wear at church when I was a kid. This is a really nice bar, but it just didn't throw for me. So there's that. So after that, I was cleaning out one of the baskets that I collect things for my What I've Been Warming in, and I found that I think I skipped talking about strawberry lemon cake last week. I must have done this with the lemon chiffon bar. Oh, this is so good, you guys. This is not currently in the catalog. It was last spring, summer, and it's a creamy strawberry lemon buttercream. It's so delicious. So if you see this in a flash sale or someone offers to swap with you, definitely try it. I think it's one of the better spring, summer bakeries that we've had. And then beyond that, I have a whole bunch of stuff here that goes with the fact that it's been super cold, rainy, drizzly, and nasty. And so I've got coffee. I've got one that's like a cuddly bread scent. I've got more coffee. I've got almond croissant to mix with all of these and a couple of oddballs. So I did get brave and try a small order from a place called Second and Spruce because I have a lot of friends in the vendor wax community that are trying to get me outside of just my Scentsy and my Teddy Bees. But the thing is, Scentsy's always going to be my first love, and the Teddy Bees, just the experience of voting back the scents and talking to people and all that, and just the quality of the scent blends. It's going to keep me stuck there for the foreseeable future. But I did get a couple things from Second and Spruce. Very small order. Island Beach Party was the one I thought I was going to like the most. And unfortunately, this has beach nights and pina colada cupcakes. And I know every vendor has kind of their own version of beach nights. This, to me, did not have the sweetness that my brain said this type of scent was supposed to have. So this one was kind of a flop for me because it wasn't sweet. I wanted a lot of pineapple. I wanted a lot of cupcakey goodness. So this one was just okay. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. Now, the next one that I tried from her was really good, and I have this in the basement. This would actually be really good with the lemon, sugar, and sage. And there's one more thing I forgot to talk about as long as we're dealing with all the lemons. Coconut lemongrass in a brick. You have to get a brick in club if you're a Scentsy person. I did this. This would actually have been really, really good with this. I didn't do them on the same day, but we had cooked something disgusting, and I pulled out good old coconut lemongrass to clear the air last week. So this was sort of like a standalone melt just to get the yuckies out of the house. This is beautiful coconut and lemongrass creaminess. This would also be really good with the lemon, sugar, and sage. You can get this in the catalog. You don't have to use the brick, but it would be fantastic with this The Old Country from Second and Spruce, which is rosemary and olive oil bread, hints of Italian limoncello and warm breeze. This is so nice. You really get the olive oil, you really get the limoncello, and then the rosemary and the bread's kind of a subtle afterthought. But it's so pleasant. It's a really homey smell. And I think I'm planning on doing that in the future in alternate warmers with the coconut lemongrass. It'll be so good. So it does just go up from there. So the last one that I've tried from her, from this modest order, you guys know I love bakery. You guys know I love something like almond croissant, which I now have coming out my ears from different swaps and things from friends and flash sales. This is one of my all-time, I guess I need a drink of coffee, favorite scents from Scentsy ever, ever, ever. It is a perfect croissant. It's got a fluffy quality. It's got a buttery quality, and the cinnamon sugar and all that almond is to die for. This, There's No Place Like Home, took that idea, that basic, which I have today in some of my warmers because you can see how sunny and happy it is outside. And this, which has house coffee beans, fried dough, I guess it's pumpkin pecan waffles and zucchini bread. I need like 6 of this yesterday. It's so good. Oh, it adds the coffee, and her coffee. I'm new to this particular vendor. Her coffee is so authentic. It's really good and strong, which I really like. And there's just this hominess. There's No Place Like Home. It was from her Emerald City, basically Wizard of Oz idea collection. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Loved this to the moon and back. So another thing that I was doing, which is from Teddy Bees, which is very, very similar when you melt them, which I'm doing today in separate rooms, is Coffee Snob, which I got recently in the RTS. Flaky croissants, powdered sugar, hint of cinnamon, fireside marshmallows, espresso, sweet cream, cedarwood, and burnt sugar crystals. So this one is a bakery scent with some coffee, and it's got that little bit of burnt sugar crystal thing going on, so it's not quite as sweet, it's not quite as heady as the There's No Place Like Home, but these two, they're basically sisters. This one's just a little bit more restrained. And I think that's just the difference in the personality of the people who blend the wax, because these guys, they're definitely in the same vein. So this is very classy, but that There's No Place Like Home, like that is what I would term an Elizabeth scent. It just speaks to my heart. It's probably my favorite thing that I melted all week. I'm just like, oh, this is so good. So the last thing, just to round out what I've been fiddling around with this week, was Melee's The Red Queen. Now, I got a couple of this from Teddy Bees. It's very elegant. I think I was just curious about it, so I threw it in this room yesterday. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong season to warm it. Gorgeous, elegant scent. definitely more of a like late fall, early winter, heavy, sophisticated femme fatale type profile, if you will. With the sweet cream, the spiced woods, cashmere plum, pomegranate, guaiac wood, cedar, patchouli, bits of honey, ginger, and smoky tobacco and oak. And I did just go to the doctor, and I'm not quite ready for bifocals, but this print makes me think I am. So this was really nice. I am feeling as though this is similar to some of her other very dark leading lady type scents. Like, I love Khaleesi. That's more of a vanilla sugar smell, but it reminds me of this. This is just, maybe it's the plum and the pomegranate that give a little bit of a juicy dark berry here, and I haven't actually warmed Femme Fatale, which I did get in the RTS last time. I mean, in the pre-order last time. I like this, but like I said, I think it's just the wrong season, and I'm going to put this away and need to melt it when it's cold and you want something that's really compelling that tells a romantic, emotionally charged story in a smaller space. So that is everything that I have been warming through. Like I said, I think my very favorite thing is that There's No Place Like Home, Little Mini Loaf. And I'm loving getting the Father's Day bars and getting vanilla bourbon back into my collection. This is so good, you guys. This is such a comfort scent, and it is just so nice. And I always enjoy my almond croissant, and I did very much enjoy the Destinations wax. And if you didn't watch the dedicated review on that, I would certainly recommend that you get that and the lemon sugar and sage on June 1st when they're both available. So I was able to make it up to about 16, 17 minutes, even though it's not a full week's warming. So I will see you guys probably next week for my next video of whatever kind I can come up with. And enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Hopefully you'll have time to grill out or do some planting of some flowers, or we really need to stain our decks, and we have to start working on that. So have a great day, guys. God bless.